welcome to the Barney Bear Club. Here's Barney. Are you going to wave to everybody, Barney? Hello, boys and girls. Now, Barney, have you been enjoying this Easter story? Do you realise that we're up to chapter 5 now? And have you brought a friend with you today? I think you brought a friend with you to show the boys and girls, haven't you? Let's get your friend. Look at this friend, boys and girls. Now, who's this? Chirpy Chick. That's a nice name. He's very nice, isn't he? I like his colours. Would you like to say what colour Chirpy Chick is? What's the main colour? Yellow, that's right. And what about his little eyes? Black. And what about his beak and his feet? Well done, they're orange. You know your colours, don't you? Let's have another look. Oh, I like his hair. What colour is his hair? White. Now, why have you brought Chirpy Chick to meet everybody? Because we think about chicks at Easter time, that's right, don't we? Sometimes in our country we send Easter cards with chicks on, don't we? Yes, he's a very nice friend. Right, let's put Chirpy Chick away. And shall we have a look what's on the story table today? Can you see the statue right at the other side? Do you know who that is? Mary with Jesus, that's right. And that's a statue of when Jesus was taken down from the cross. Now, do you know what else we've got on the story table? Yes, it is. It's a tomb. Right. Now, when Jesus has died and he was taken down from the cross, a man went to ask for Jesus' body. And this man took Jesus' body and he put it in his own tomb that had never been used before. And so, Jesus' body was wrapped up in strips of linen and placed in a tomb, and a big rock was put over the entrance to the tomb, or a big stone. Can you see who else is in the picture, Barney? Some soldiers, that's right. The soldiers guarded the tomb. Now, very early, on the first day of the week, one of Jesus' followers, who was a lady follower, her name was Mary Magdalene, and she went to the tomb to see what was happening there. And to her amazement, the stone had been moved away from the tomb. Heavy stone like that. And when she looked inside the tomb, Jesus' body wasn't there. And all that was there was the neatly folded grave clothes. And so she ran off and she told the disciples. And when she told Peter and John, two of Jesus' disciples, they came running up to the tomb. And John arrived there first and he looked inside the tomb, and all he could see were the grave clothes. And he realised that Jesus' body wasn't there anymore. And Peter arrived next and he ran straight into the tomb and he saw the grave clothes, and he realised too that Jesus' body wasn't there. And so the disciples, Peter and John, they went home. But Mary, she stood outside the tomb crying. Can you see Mary in the picture on the left? Now, as she was crying, she looked into the tomb. And what she saw, there were two angels in the tomb. And they said to Mary not to look for Jesus where people were dead, because Jesus wasn't there. So where was Jesus? That's a good question, Barney. Now, as we said, Mary was stood outside the tomb And then somebody else was there with her, and she saw this man, and she thought he was the gardener. Do you know what a gardener is, Barney? Yes, it's someone who takes care of the garden. And so she said to this man who she thought was the gardener, "If you've taken Jesus' body away, please tell me where it is." But this man who she thought was the gardener turned to her and said, "Mary." And she looked and she realised it was Jesus. And she thought, Jesus is alive. Jesus said not to touch him because he hadn't gone back up to God yet. She was so excited that she ran back to all the disciples and she told them, "Jesus is alive, Jesus is alive." Isn't that wonderful, Barney? Jesus didn't stay dead, he became alive again. Isn't that wonderful? Fantastic story that, isn't it? Now, there's one more chapter to go. So we're going to say goodbye to the boys and girls, and you'll be all excited for the final chapter of the Easter story. Bye, boys and girls. See you next time.
His name is Barney, Barney, the nicest bear you ever could meet. Barney, Barney.